Morning, afternoon, everyone. So this is my first impressions video on the Evrima gateway update. I am in no means the right person to express my, I've got only about 100 players compared to some of you veterans with 1,000 hours in this game. But I thought, it's also important the devs here the perspective of a fresh player, maybe a returning player. I think that's what's important. Maybe a lot of the times when there's a big update in games, people who have the game already go like, "Hey, let's give this a try." So this was my this is just a first impressions experience. In the end, I add some constructive notes on maybe ways that the game can be improved, and let's uh, let's dive right in. Hope you guys enjoy. I've always thought, my perspective, this the footprints. I mean, they look like when I first saw this, I thought they were arrows pointing down. So felt like I had to be walking this way, which is really strange. Um, but actually, yeah, it's actually that way. So let's go check it out and see how much we can grow, and let's see if we'll survive cannibalism. Here we go. Oh yeah, we're also testing the new stam. I love the running animation of this little thing. Right, let's check it out. Already, so I'm a returning player. I used to play a lot of, maybe 100 hours in every month. I wouldn't say that a lot compared to the thousands of hours some people have in this game. I love, general the mechanics, and uh, I love dinosaurs in general. So I always look forward to playing this game, and especially with this new update, I thought, hey, might as well just jump in, switch on the cam or the recorder, and see what this experience brings. So it's running. So it seems like my stam is still pretty high. I mean, it's a youngling, which, no consequence to just spamming the sprint button. You can see the structure, but I know nothing about this map, so I'm just following my nose here. Really on my nose, so it's taking me with that direction. Big boulders can act as references, I guess, in the future. Maybe not. Maybe. Like, hey, I'm by the big boulder thing. Yeah, there's 5 of them. So, in general, I guess from map design, there we always try to look at this drop. This is where people die. Um, yeah, it's like try to get beacons of interest. Yeah, it's pretty. So far, it's pretty interesting. I like the pathways. Uh, the one thing I realized in the older map is that I see these trees. This tree asset, especially if you walk towards the center. It's so sad. Like it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4 plotted very strategically, and some bushes below. It's nice to see. And it's still the same model. I would have wished there was just a little difference between these 2 or 3. I know it gets heavier on the game, but asking for too much. Not every single. I live in the Middle East, so I see a lot of palm trees, and not every single one of them looks like this. Same as the other. See the big gate here? Oh, there. That is the gateway. This way. Let's go. We're 5 minutes in. We're just running. We hear something in the distance. Exploring. Um, I haven't smelled any sort of food so far. Very different than spawning in the center. Um, you all know. Oh, there we go. There's S, which is my diet. Let's go check that out. Sounded like a gate open? Screeching noise in the distance. I haven't had a lot of time playing the Ceratosaurus, but I'm a big fan of big dinosaurs. I did play this a few times. I like how huge the jaw just opens and the whole bacteria mechanic. Um, for those who don't know, it's just like the more you bite, um, more you force dinosaur to, what is it? To vomit. Uh, lowers their stam. Yeah, see the bacteria meter fill. What is this? What am I even? Also, as a performance perspective, I think running on 100 FPS, which is very different than the Spyro map. It's like Spyro. Apologies if I'm massacring names, but oh, no, I didn't realize I'm just spamming E and I just will just go for it. That I just oh I am look at that born killer. Look at this. Such a pretty bird. Nice. So good. Yeah, you're gonna grow to be a monster. Rock. Yep. Okay, let's continue our quest. We just this is good. This is good fuel for us to continue our journey. Um, so here our journey just takes us to, I'm following the migration pattern. That's where the hotspot is, and from here on it's a lot of running. I think I spawn probably on the other side of where the migration zone is, and yeah, uh, I'm just gonna fast forward this bit. I do try to, I do pass by that big structure and I comment on it, just basically trying to find if there's any obvious entrances. I did wish there was some sort of indication. Maybe there's some areas where the floor dug into the structure. So I was wondering whether there was some sort of like basement, a garage entrance that takes us underneath the structure where cars used to go park. Maybe that's where they uh, took the dinosaurs, or just some sort of thing that entertained the idea of what the space and the story. Of course, this map is probably still a work in progress, but yeah, my mind was always thinking about these things as we were um, uh, traversing this landscape. So yeah, let's see where this goes. Heard something. Just running for about 5 minutes straight, starting to some other players. Or there, that is Brontosaurus. What? So I heard that there are AI Tontos. Not sure if that one was it. But if I can't take that on. Tail, squish me. We're not even close to the migration zone yet, so I guess run continues. We're starting to get into a very dense forest area. Um, what's really cool is it's much different as in feels quite hilly. There are it's not a flat plain, while Spyro felt quite all mostly on a flat surface. You got a lot of almost like how actually an island tends to uh, lots of var- varying landscapes. So it's quite the nature is huge rocks in the center. There's a lot of landmarks. Now again, I wonder. I didn't read the lore, so I'm not sure. Okay, they refer this to as Gateway. This is something like from Jurassic Park. Uh, but yes. Oh, I think I do have to go through the gate actually. Right, let's do that. Um, I'm running a 2080, a little bit of a older card. I'm and also i9, I think 9900 K CPU. So far, it's running quite smooth. Yeah, I was getting more of a. So I guess it always depends on the server. Sometimes after a fresh restart, I always seem to have a higher ping. Uh, climb this. Regret this. Regret this. Uh, shouldn't get stuck. So yeah, I. So at this point, I'm just basically, literally trying to uh, to find my way to the migration zone. There was a lot of running. I've been running nonstop, but just a note on the stamina here. I'm reaching halfway. I still don't know what the consequence of this is. I feel like I shouldn't stop, or I mean, if I had to trot all of this, that would have been quite a boring gameplay. Just in general, especially having to do it alone, right? I do play solo in most of my experiences, and just kind of to like I'd need an auto run button or something like in Pyro. You know, to grow, you just sometimes AFK. It's just naturally maybe part of the gameplay loop. I don't know. As long as it's not the best, of course, but sometimes yeah, you do alt tab when you need 6 hours to grow a Dinosuchus or a Stego. So it's just you just alt tab and you wait for it. So in this, I felt like I just needed to keep moving, but I didn't know what the consequence was for my stamina, and I'm already halfway through my hunger, which I regret not eating the full meal when I was back there. I noticed I left my hunger levels a little shy of full. So let's see what happens next. Stamina just hit past halfway. It's quite beautiful here. Let's appreciate it for a second. Oh, I didn't even realize there was water. That is gorgeous. That is uh, perfect. Perfect timing. Picturesque. We're getting closer. Yeah. Okay. 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 Now I can see actually when it's like it's there's a migration icon. Right now it's filled, but if as soon as I give it into the light area, it's we see like a bar. I wonder if that does fill when we get closer. It shows you how far we are. Interesting. I mean, oh, we're in it. We are. How deep is this water? Are we gonna get killed? Uh oh. ripple effects. Love them. I'm gonna drink from somewhere here. I mean, I'm not so thirsty yet, actually. Does feel safe. Let's try. Here, this spot everyone probably knows already. Here we go. Oh, that's us. So I scared myself. How's the night vision? Yeah, it's going. I got lucky we logged into the day, so actually experiencing a full cycle at the moment. All right. What the oh my guys. Okay, one thing you need to know about me is I get jump scares, and I just jump scared myself there. Oh, look at the new effects of the there's water droplets on the camera. See them just on the top left there. Where are we? Bad. We're growing. I need something to eat soon. Okay, so the moment. So if we trot, we are in the. Oh no, migration's on move. Oh, this thing's so slow in the water. Like a spawn. I heard your texture changes with water. Try that. Really not helping my nerves. My heart rate's already increasing at the moment just standing here. Ooh, but I really love this warm reflection. Let me switch that off. Here's something. The eyes. Alright, I gotta keep a low profile here. Raptors are about. Still trotting. I'm trying to see my stamina if it's just gonna regen here. I mean, this is a really safe space to drink. I feel like playing as a dino. This would be like, why would anyone go drink in the river if they could just come drink here? It's quite unfair for our river friends. I feel extremely safe drinking here. I was afraid I'd regret saying that. Right, so let's see. So it looks like edge of the map. It is a absolutely gorgeous panorama we have here. They've done such a good job. I don't feel like I ever stopped and paused to appreciate like in the environment currently playing, because you're always towards the center, or I don't know, you just don't get these rich colors. You can see the bend over there. It's just quite the purples and just super cool. Okay, it's getting dark. I was in the migration zone longer am, so just continue with our. Ooh, that's a big body of water. There's a safe way around. It is getting okay. My FPS is starting to get a hit here. We were running on 100 earlier, down to 50. Wonder why that is. Okay, how are we gonna cross this wall? Yes. Oh, it's even getting dark. I can't even see the other side. This is scary, man. Let's just do one section at a time. This is. Okay. Oh, this might be the end. This might be. Oh, we made it. Is there another section? We're in the migration zone. Okay. Must see. Seems like it's shallow. Not shallow. Ah, it's crazy. Almost tempted to increase the somehow. My visibility is barely a few. This. It's a black screen. Eyes light up? No. Lovely. The raptors. Oh, let's go further north. Find here. Oh, we heard the dino. Rock somewhere in the water. They're south though. Nothing. Uh, what it? River breaks up the parts like a delta. By what's it? Gonna be dangerous. Oh, dark. I imagine streamers might have a problem. I might have an issue trying to stream this game. It's just like the reason why no one plays night raids, games like Tarkov or the first-person shooter. Chicken. Water? I can. There was a chicken. I'm feeling the water. The trap? I can hear it, but I can't see it. Raptors are getting closer. I'm trying to find this chicken. Oh, that's a not a frog. Going crazy. Bad trap. I haven't seen it. Bad idea. Take a high vantage point. Turn on my hunter instinct. Yeah, this migration zones further. River. I'll find something eventually. I have a. I could. Raptors also following. But this is meant to have 90 players on, and I haven't seen single players since killed bird. Like it keeps you moving, sure, but where's my food? You can drink here? Come on. I'm pressing E and I can't. Oh my god, you can. I don't think this should be the case. This will just make. I can imagine playing a dino would be the most like just many free spots from. Look at all this. This is quite swampy. This biome. Oh, now it's went back north. Oh no, that's deep. So as you can see, I'm jumping in here just to commentate on some of the gameplay. I feel like I'm running in circles. I don't realize it yet, but it's really hard to tell where the water is. It's really hard to tell. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to listen on, footprint cues, bird. I'm just trying to find any some sort of indication where the players might be. I didn't care whether it's a carnivore at this point. Although there's some raptors around, I was a little bit cautious, as you would be around carnivores. But I'm looking for any sign here, and I wonder whether that's something that I think from I don't know if any of you have played Showdown. I forgot the full name of the game. Um, Remind me in the comments. But like sometimes you pass by an area and like to indicate that there are players, birds fly. You've got crows. Some sort of signs. Maybe there's bells. There's equipment on the floor. There's a metal that clings. It because players don't usually do calls. They won't spam one or like unless they why would they attract danger to themselves? So especially in the night game play because you don't visibility is quite low. During the day maybe it's easier to avoid, but at night you probably maybe step onto objects or you stumble, you scare sleeping birds and they fly, and that indicates to other players that there are people in that area, or there is at least something passing by there, if it's just a single player, just to give people this idea of where to go. You don't want to you don't want to end up. The worst thing is feeling like you're alone in this game, like and it punishes you because you're sprinting the entire time trying to look for players, and you're getting hungrier, and then you're wasting your stamina. So that's just a few comments on here, and I'll resume the gameplay footage. Again, these things are in the migration zone. Okay, what time is it? Find something. Hi. Not to. Oh my god. Yeah, I like I can't seem to stay in the migration. Running in and out. But my expectation when reaching a migration zone is it'll be filled with herbivores. And like we're gonna be contesting for it. There's gonna be carnivores which are herbivores are standing, keeping their ground. Yeah, it's moved again. And then walk straight into. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted there. I thought, okay, this is annoying, especially because it's so dark. Really can't tell. Yeah, it'd be like quite a contested zone. Feel danger from not just the herbivores but the carnivores, um, because they're holding the ground really well, and you're trying to break their formation, and to the point where they get really hungry, they turn on each other. Uh, y- That's the gameplay I was expecting to jump into, but at the moment I'm just firstly I'm blind, and I haven't seen a single other player. Sucks. I'm constantly just trying to find a way to get to the migration zone. I'm not rewarded when I get there. It's cool from a map design perspective. For the previous water levels, gone down. Like playing with the idea of tides. Could be a cool concept as well. I like my yeah, I could see some mud texture. Oh, I very close to starving now. This could be. Oh, I'm also out of stamina. So now this is where I think people are complaining. You're constantly running for food, um, and and just find yourself sitting with no stamina, and you don't get rewarded by the migration system because you expect to find food there. Here I am, knowing I have to actually sit down to refill my stamina bar when I need to be actually uh, fighting to survive. Like giving up hope. It's really sad. It's like I'm supposed to go on hunt for food. But I'm really tired. So when you come home from a long day and you're starving, there's some people who would just go like, I can't sleep on an empty stomach. But there are some people who they're extremely tired and just go straight to bed. Yes, I'm having to decide which one I am at the moment. The thing that I really don't see, I'm following a path. Can't afford to stop. Dang it! What am I? How do I get past this huge mountain? Am I supposed to? Am I expected to climb this or go around it? Really? I don't know. In Spyro, you can get. I heard something. You can get like you go to the center. You know what you're expecting. Eventually, someone you're gonna see players pass by. Get some get combat. to escape. The rivers are dangerous. There's a natural hotspot there. So finally, lights coming. My stamina is drained. I'm walking. I don't think I'll be able to cross this. That's where we were. Percent on one meal. And now die. There should have been a pathway from here to the other side. Yeah. I don't know why the map doesn't reward you for this path. There's nowhere to go. It's structure. Structure has no entrance. I don't know what's the most effective way. It's just I don't even have a health bar. Don't even know how you're doing here. I like that decision. I like the decision health bar. But night vision I feel like works great around like dawn and dusk. You could get the balance of distance, close, tight, but can afford to take damage here. Look at even that path leads you here, right? I took it upwards. Maybe there is a way there. Maybe there is a gate or something, but I don't know. And craziest thing is let's just talk about this while we sit. So yeah, maybe holding the migration zone for a little longer, or I mean, I hear action happening. I just like I don't know if I missed out on it. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or my knowledge of the map is still very limited. So there are factors that are playing into my inexperience. However, a lot of players are gonna. This is my first time logging into this. A lot of players jumping in will also. This is for the first time, and first impressions play a huge role. I mean, I know a friend who I recommended Evrima to, and he jumped in, played the first few hours, didn't find any players, and then found the pack, ended up dying by one of them on a beach, and just refunded the game. So that was his first impression. He told me it's just too empty. I was walking around doing nothing. So first impressions are important, like this, and I do enjoy it. I'd love to play this with friends and community, and yeah, I do want to see it succeed. So it's just I guess this is the more because these videos are important. More feedback for devs, to yeah, so constructive feedback towards the right direction, or maybe just a suggestion direction. Fun experience. Here we go. Okay, so you have better visibility now of how to climb this mountain. And I don't know if I'm expecting down there now. I'm hoping just survive. These downward sprints are really dangerous. You just end up. Yep. That concludes my first ever experience on Gateway. honestly, I don't think I'll be Migration 2. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be playing this current state. Was just not enjoyable. The I one of the most boring videos I had to go experience I had to go through, but it was a lot of learning. It's a lot of new stuff. I mean, from an environment design perspective, the map looks gorgeous, the environment looks great, but from a gameplay mechanic, I can see the intention. It just needs some refinement. So it has a lot of potential. It just needs forward player once they reach that destination. Yeah, and I guess that's where they choose the migration zones play a huge role because, as you saw, when the migration zone shifted from, I guess, map here, so we're around one of these structures. We're across the mountains. Yeah, we're next to the delta. Yeah, I'd say around here if I was to guess. Yeah, so the migration kept shifting north, back east, north. So, sometimes a little west. So evening, night, you could just not see where you were going, and trying to climb a mountain at those conditions was just such a painful experience. You're up there, and then the migration is down, sprinting down. The mountains aren't they're sculpted at an angle that just increase your risk of death. I wasn't being too reckless. I was actually I was anticipating smaller falls, but one slip and my HP was probably low already. You just break a leg. Thanks for tuning in. This was one of my first videos. I don't know if you enjoyed it. Try to keep it as informative. I'm in no mean a experienced player. I just enjoy these games and thought I'd share them with you and the experience. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.